What's going on, good people? How you doing? How you feeling, man? Top of the top of the top of the top to you. It is 5:50 in the morning. We're getting it started, and we're getting it started with some Tom Macdonald. That's gonna be our jammy jam today, man. Coronavirus. Y'all remember this? This was back in 2019, 2020, when coronavirus really hit hard. Let's check this out. Corona was a wild time. Wild time.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries cause people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making memes, think it's funny? Wait a week till the riots. Wait a month till the only way to eat is be violent. It's not the sickness that's scary, it's all the people who wildin'. The government lying, they trying to keep us calm through the sirens.
That's a real apocalyptic way of thinking. Is that everyone is going to riot and everybody is going to be like that. Not everybody is. That is like the worst case scenario. Majority of people aren't that daring.
There's no groceries cause people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making memes, think it's funny? Wait a week till the riots. Wait a month till the only way to eat is be violent. It's not the sickness that's scary, it's all the people who wildin'. The government lying, they trying to keep us calm through the sirens. You know it's for real. And all the pharmaceutical giants don't have a cure that they can sell you, so now everyone's dying. There's no vaccines or medication made that can fight it. I guess it's time to pray to God we can't rely on the science. And everyone around me in a mask and some gloves. The stock market crashed and the bank's about to bust. Tell us sanitize our hands, this will pass. It's a bug, stay inside, you'll be fine till we're trapped there for months. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember.
Jeez, man, sorry.
It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's all ghost town. This a pandemic, but we don't listen to the news cause they lied to us for years, so how we know that this the truth? And most of us are young enough to think that we're immune, so we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's either worse than they're telling us or it's nothing at all. But the school shut down, a ghost town in the mall. They go quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge, then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law. This is just the beginning, you know it's gotta get worse. If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work. The conspiracy theories all sound like facts, that's for sure. But the fact is we're trapped on this planet called Earth. And the bleach gone, the bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta sold out. Don't leave anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go and help. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now,
Corona was a wild time, bro.
we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. We're hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. There's one thing we're not scared of, is hard work. We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop, there's nowhere we can aim. There's no soldiers to stop with a tank at the gates. There's no cure that we've got or a pill we can take. There's no food, it's been bought. The truth is we're afraid. We sit inside our rooms and we pray. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's all ghost town.
Be smart, be strong, be safe. Together we will overcome. Do your part. Man. What do we talk about? How do we talk about it? And where do we start? Tom Macdonald's Coronavirus. This is a good song about what was going on. Clearly, he shot the video during said time. He's showing you what the streets were looking like. I should have taken videos during that time myself. The streets of Atlanta were quiet in the very beginning. But once we down here realized that one monkey's not going to stop a show, Atlanta was wide open. You know, the term "we outside" came from Atlanta. I want everybody watching this to know that. The term "we outside" came from Atlanta. Point blank period. We were not going in the house. You said do what? Cause of what? It's just it's funny. It's funny to me. That time frame was wild. That time was wild. My thoughts on coronavirus are a little different from others, but whatever coronavirus is and or was, it was a vehicle to usher in a lot of new ways of living and new ways of life, which they did quickly. Our kids are going to forever remember coronavirus. It's a reset. It's a reset for our country specifically, but for the world. It rippled through the world, and because of everything being connected through the internet, all information is passed within 10 seconds of something happening. Everyone was aware of what's going on all over the world. And so we felt like the same thing was happening all over the world. And it kind of was. But the epidemic in and itself, it was a good way to reset the world. Put some things in place, set some stuff up, and make a lot of people none the wiser. And yes, I am very, very aware and cautious of the things I say, because it's coronavirus, man. It was a time that a lot of people were hurt. A lot of people lost. A lot of things were lost. And so you cannot tell someone that didn't happen to them. You can't tell them that they didn't lose stuff because of this. But it'd be hard to tell them that somebody calculated this and your loss was accounted for. Just not the effect of how it would take on you was accounted for, but the number was accounted for. During that time, there were people working, there were people helping, there were people not helping. I remember a time where I saw no other option but, well, if there's no one working these jobs, that means the job didn't shut down, so someone needs to work. I'll go do it. I had 3 jobs during COVID. 3 jobs. I worked at a studio movie grill. I worked at Target. And I worked at a burger restaurant all at the same time. Sometimes I would do 3 in a day. Typically it'd be 2. And then I'd squeeze in the third one 2 or 3 days out the week. But yeah, I didn't know what else to do. I don't know. Sitting here making these videos with you guys. Oh, this is so difficult. I don't know how to sit still. So COVID showed me some things, man. I did not know how to sit still. And this is kind of still strenuous, but it's okay. It's a different kind of stress, and I'll work with it just like I work with anything else. Coronavirus popped up, and it never went away, never went away. But man, that's just a conversation I think we would have to have in depth on a different time, because we could sit here and talk about it. We really can, especially about how I feel about it. We really can. But we're not going to do that. This is more for Tom Macdonald and his coronavirus track, which was actually really good. And he touched on all facts that I feel, especially about us needing to help one another, and just, we're sheltering in place and you still feel helpless. Like it was a lot, but I think we made it through, right? I think a lot of us have recovered. A lot of good things happened during that time, a tremendous amount of bad, but as the people we always are, We always prevail. We put our best foot forward and we prevail. No matter what gets thrown at us, no matter how crazy it might look or seem or sound, we always push through and prevail. And that just speaks to the perseverance of man and the determination to do better. Even when you don't see it, but you know it's there, so you just push for it. Do better, man. Just do better. Be better. And it'll come. It happens. And I think that's how we all got through coronavirus, because going to those stores and seeing no bread, no milk, no eggs, no food, no toilet tissue. Oh, man. No toilet tissue? Yeah. Wild time to be alive, okay? Learned a lot about ourselves. What is one thing, if you're still watching, if you are still tuned in, what is one thing you learned about yourself during COVID? I would love to hear it. One thing. You could give more than one, but one thing that you really learned about yourself during COVID. Like the height of COVID. I'm talking about stay in your house, a COVID, like no outdoors COVID, like 7 p.m. curfew COVID. What was one thing you learned about yourself? I'd love to hear it. Drop it in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button if you did. Share this with a friend if you think it'll help them have a better day. And then when you're done, go have a good day yourself, man.